Welcome back to Views with Hughes, Agenda for News. This is Jerome Hughes. Now let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, there's a big new rumor that's emerged suggesting that Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau may be gearing up to reignite the Skywalker Saga. Now, this development could have a profound implications for the future of the Star Wars franchise, especially in the wake of the divisive woke Disney sequel trilogy. Okay, so according to a Disney insider, Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau has been discussing his ambitious plans for the return of iconic Star Wars characters Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Han Solo. Now, these plans, if realized under Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau, could fundamentally reshape the trajectory of Star Wars, taking it back to its roots while potentially correcting the course after years of fan anger. Okay. This is pretty interesting, okay? But this insider reveals that Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau and his intentions came to light during a heated exchange with Disney executives. The crux of the confrontation centered around Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau and his desire to overhaul Galaxy's Edge, the Star Wars themed section of Disney's theme parks. And also, Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau has been advocating for a shift away from the controversial and commercially disappointing Disney sequel trilogy, proposing instead of a reimagining of the park that pays homage to the original Star Wars mythos created by George Lucas. Okay. However, this proposal from Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau has met with stiff resistance from Disney's financial decision makers. The Disney bean counters, as they call them, has expressed concerns about the significant investments required to carry out such a transformation under Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau. Now, they've reportedly argued that the Star Wars franchise, as it currently stands, is not generating a level of profit necessary to justify the expense of a major overhaul of Galaxy's Edge. Now, interestingly, in response to these concerns, a frustrated Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau is said to have countered with a bold assertion where he says Star Wars can't become profitable until we go back to its roots, which is what the fans want. We need to spend money to make money. Now, this statement encapsulates Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau and his belief that a return to the core elements that made Star Wars a cultural phenomenon is essential to restoring the franchise's profitability as well as Star Wars fan loyalty. Now, it was also during this tense exchange involving Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau that a pivotal piece of information was accidentally revealed. The Disney executives, in their attempt to justify, the different financial constraints, let slip a significant detail where you are already spending an awful lot of money on a facial replacement technology to bring back Luke, Han, and Leia. So yeah, this inadvertent disclosure allowed the Disney insider to place together Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau's closely guarded plan rather than recasting the iconic roles of Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Han Solo, which is an approach many fans had anticipated and some even preferred. But Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau is reportedly invested heavily in deep fake technology, and this cutting-edge technology will be used to digitally de-age and recreate the beloved characters as they appeared in the Star Wars original Star Wars trilogy. Now, this decision suggests that Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau has long-term plans for these characters, okay, intending to reintroduce them to gradually into its expanded Star Wars universe. Also, if you enjoy and share this video, go ahead, smash the like button, share, follow across social media, and be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification. But of course, the use of digital technology with Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau does not preclude the involvement of new actors. Now, it's also likely that other performers will be cast to provide the physical presence and possibly the voices for these digital recreations. For instance, while Carrie Fisher's likeness might be digitally superimposed for Princess Leia, another actress, probably her daughter, will likely be required to bring the character to life on set. And this revelation represents a significant shift under Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau in how the Star Wars legacy created characters would be integrated into future stories, blending new technology with nostalgic reference. Now, I just said Carrie Fisher's daughter should play it, but that's my opinion. Jon Favreau himself didn't say it, neither did the Disney insider. Okay, But if this plan moves forward, it raises like a lot of questions about the involvement of fan favorite actors like Sebastian Stan and Anthony Gruber, who have long been touted by fans as ideal candidates for younger versions of Luke Skywalker and Han Solo, respectively. However, under Scully and Crew creator Jon Favreau's plan, these actors might not be recast in the traditional sense. Instead, they could serve as the physical and vocal performers behind the digitized scenes of the original characters, okay? Whether these actors would agree to such roles remains uncertain, but the success of Pedro Pascal as the voice and body of the masked Din Djarin Mandalorian demonstrates the potential appeal of such an arrangement. But let's be honest, of course, the success of this ambitious plan hinges on the practicality and cost effectiveness of the technology. While the strategy appears to be Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau's current course, it could subject change if the financial or technical challenges become insurmountable. Okay, but for now though, this approach seems to be at the heart of Jon Favreau's vision for the future of Star Wars. But in a related development, you see, Disney's financial troubles have deepened slightly due to the catastrophic release of Disney Star Wars, The Acolyte by Leslie Headland under Kathleen Kennedy. The show, which has been widely criticized for its deviation from established Star Wars lore and its overt focus on political woke messaging, has not only been a financial disaster but for Lucasfilm, but also had a ripple effect across the entire Disney corporation. Now, according to this Disney insider, the damage caused by Disney Star Wars, The Acolyte by Leslie Headland under Kathleen Kennedy, to the streaming service Disney Plus is far greater than the company has revealed publicly. Internal analysis suggests that Disney Star Wars, The Acolyte by Leslie Headland under Kathleen Kennedy caused so many people to unsubscribe from Disney Plus, and it has been set back to 2 or 3 years in its plan for making the streaming service successful. Now, this staggering impact underscores the extent to which the show has alienated longtime Star Wars fans and failed to attract the broader audience. But this Disney insider also notes that there have been intense discussions within Disney about what to do with Disney Star Wars, The Acolyte by Leslie Headland under Kathleen Kennedy, now that the damage has been done. But when asked why Disney hasn't simply, pulled the plug on the series as it did with the ill-fated Willow series, the insider offered a revealing explanation where Willow was removed specifically to punish and embarrass Kathleen Kennedy. But this show has made much deeper tentacles, okay, suggesting that Bob Iger is still wary of the powerful figures back in Disney Star Wars, The Acolyte by Leslie Headland and Kathleen Kennedy. But for now, the only course of action seems to be internal frustration and finger pointing over the massive losses that's been happening. Okay. But despite all these changes, I'll be honest, I remain doubtful about the future of Star Wars as long as Kathleen Kennedy is still at the helm. Okay. As long as she's there, Star Wars is dead, and the groundwork for resurgence may be already be in place with the Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau's rumored plans and the upcoming release of Skeleton Crew. But Kathleen Kennedy may try and keep Skeleton Crew from happening. And if this rumor is true, if the Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, and Han Solo return do happen on screen, it could mark the beginning of a new and revitalized era for Star Wars, one that reconnects with the franchise's original spirit, and as well as, try to hopefully re-engage a disillusioned fan base. Now, we've all seen this before. We've been teased with the promise of seeing Luke, Leia, and Han back in the Star Wars universe together before, and each time it felt like a beacon of hope that quickly fades. And we were told about the grand plans that only to be burned by half-baked ideas and outright false promises. And the latest buzz about Skeleton Crew creator Jon Favreau using cutting-edge technology to bring these beloved characters back. It sounds exciting, but we've heard these kinds of hopeful whispers before. And every time it seems like we're on the brink of, something great, we end up with a lot of disappointment instead of the kind of revival that we were promised, okay? But it's tough not to be skeptical, you know, when we've been led down this path so many times, and the industry itself has a knack for dangling a carrot of nostalgia in front of us, only to snatch it away when it suits their agenda. So while the idea of seeing our old heroes return with the respect they deserve is thrilling, we've been burned by these kinds of promises before, but until we see concrete results and not just more empty promises and rumors, it's hard to shake the feeling that we might be setting ourselves up for more failure, okay? So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also, be sure to include any additional thoughts you might have this particular topic. If you enjoyed what I shared in this video, go ahead, smash the like button and share far wide across social media. And if you haven't done so already and you enjoyed all the content that I put out there, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified future uploads and updates. Till then, peace.